Hey everyone, and welcome to World Heritage Journey. Today we're at the historic city of Regensburg in southern Germany. Now, it was founded as a military camp by the Roman Empire in the 2nd century AD, and it grew in wealth and importance right through until about the 12th and 13th centuries. It's referred to as the only complete medieval town in Germany because just through luck alone, it was one of the only places in Germany that wasn't destroyed during World War II. Because of that, there's a whole lot of cool medieval stuff to see. Let's check it out. Behind me you can see two of the main reasons why Regensburg became so rich and important. Firstly, it was founded on not one, but three separate rivers, including this one, the Danube, one of Europe's longest and most important rivers. And it was a real trading artery as well. Goods would go from here as far away as Turkey, Russia, and the Netherlands. But more important, I think, is the stone bridge constructed in the middle of the 12th century. For a long time, it was the only stone bridge anywhere on the Danube, which meant that it was crossable year-round, only at Regensburg. Now, it has changed quite a bit over its lifetime. There's 15 spans on the bridge. You can only see a few of them from here. There was originally as well 3 towers on it, though only one of them has survived to the present day. Now this is really cool. It's considered to be the oldest Bratwurst kitchen in the entire world. The stone building you can see at the back was originally the construction headquarters for the stone bridge in the middle of the 12th century. And once the bridge was completed, a kitchen moved in and they served bratwurst every single day to hungry dock workers that were working right here. And they've continued doing that for hundreds of years, and they've sold it to so many different people, including me. Let's give it a try. Behind me you can see the most famous building in Regensburg, the cathedral, dedicated to St. John the Baptist. Construction on this building began in 1273 when the city was at its absolute peak. And despite being funded by emperors, a king, and all of the rich merchants in the city, progress was very slow, and by 1500 had pretty much ground to a complete halt. And there it stayed for several centuries, about 80% complete, until King Ludwig of Bavaria in the late 19th century decided it was finally time to finish construction, and so he did. Now, one thing I absolutely love about this cathedral is that, like many cathedrals, it's replacing an earlier church that stood on this site. Normally, there's no trace left of them except maybe some foundations, but here, over on the other side of the cathedral, you can actually see a tower that was part of the old church, and it's known as the Donkey Tower. Even in the construction of this cathedral, they used it to transport construction equipment, and it's still used to this day for much the same purpose. Really cool. The pink building that you can see behind me is known as the Brandenburger Turn, and it's a patrician house dating from around the 13th century. It's done in the style of a tower house, very similar to the ones that we saw in Italy, because merchants across the city would build these, competing to see who could build the tallest. Of course, the person with the tallest house was clearly the wealthiest and therefore most important. Now, on the front of this, you can see a loggia or a balcony on the 2nd floor, and that was originally open to the air. In Italy, that makes perfect sense. You get lovely cool breezes during the hot summer. But in cold Germany, it doesn't really make much sense, and so they were bricked up pretty early on. And so we come to the final stop on the tour, the Rathaus, or the Town Hall, which is the yellow building that you can see behind me. Now, it originally dates in part from the 13th century, though it's been added onto in bits and pieces since then. It was where the town council would meet for centuries, and it was also the seat of the imperial diet, or the parliament for the Holy Roman Empire, for a couple of hundred years, which really tells you how important Regensburg was. And I think that's what I've really taken out of today, is that Regensburg, although I'd never really known much about it, was actually a very important city for hundreds of years, and I've really enjoyed coming here and seeing it for myself, especially with the medieval city in such fantastic condition. But that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, hit subscribe if you'd like to see more from the World Heritage Journey. We'll see you next time.